What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is July 14th, and we are back for another giant pumpkin patch update. We'll start off over here with the 1768 Clementz. We're having a hard time getting a fruit to set on this plant. So we hit it about 2 days ago with Mother of All Blooms, which is a high phosphorus, high potassium fertilizer. And still kind of waiting to see what the effect is. Hopefully it's positive. So we walk up, you can kind of see on this one, I got her cupped because she's looking like she might open tomorrow, but we're having a lot of flowers, like kind of half open like that. And none of them really taken, or we're having flowers where the pumpkins dry up before they ever even open up. So this is that plant. Give you a shot of the leaves. Maybe some of you more expert growers can give me your opinion on it. With the Mother of All Blooms, I also added some Epsom salt and some Cal Mag. So I didn't know what that leaf color, if we were a little light on magnesium. So hoping that helps. The crown on this plant is our biggest crown. I mean, it's a healthy crown. You can see my can here next to it. It's bigger than a pop can. Other than that, plant's pretty healthy. Kind of have some burnt tips on this one on the secondaries. I hit it pretty hard with some nitrogen right around when we had some pretty hot days. Not a good combo. It didn't take too well, so I actually burnt some of the tips up on this. Some of them are okay, still growing. Some of them are toast. Then we'll go over to the 1850 Thornhill. Plant's looking pretty good overall. Kind of same scenario on this. You can see there's a handful of leaves. So where this ran into the 1676 new, I deadheaded the secondaries. Well, a mix of hot weather, deadheading the secondaries, and that shot of nitrogen burned up a handful of my leaves. You can see on the new growth's looking pretty healthy, a little light green, but there's a handful of leaves there that I toasted. So this plant has 2 fruit set. I believe one is about DAP9 and one is around DAP5. Wander back up here. So we got our DAP8 fruit. Looking pretty good overall. Hopefully she holds on. And then our backup, if she doesn't hold on, pretty round fruit there. So both of them looking pretty good for now. Overall plant health, looking pretty good. Good tall leaves. Secondaries are still going pretty good on this, other than a couple leaves I toasted here. And last but not least, we have the 1676 new. So again, I had to deadhead a handful of these. These are almost waist high. I'd say a little over 3 foot tall, where they ran into each other. I stopped all secondaries in between so they didn't grow into each other. So there's a clear walking path, although it's hard to see. Where we're hitting them pretty heavy with nitrogen and then deadheading these secondaries. You can see some of these secondaries are pretty massive. I mean, they're 24 inches across. Over that, overall plant health, pretty good. The stem, or the crown, looking pretty good. Early on, I had a kink. You can see that healed up. Clementz told me that was not much to worry about, and he was right. It's still cruising. He also told me last video to get the stump covers on. So you see I got the stumps covered up, protecting them from weather. And what we're all here for is the fruit. This one has our biggest fruit, and it is trucking right along. Pretty excited about it. And there she is. She is a beauty. So we got it set up on the DMX 1-step, the stuff that Mark Clementz likes to use. And like my buddy Ryan Cook over at Heavenly Hills Homestead says, they're pushing sand. So she's moving sand there. Did the deadhead method on the main, like what Mike Schmidt does. Working out pretty well for us so far. Set the pop can next to her there. Pour her cover off. So she is a pretty large fruit. We got the main propped up with some old fence posts that I cut off the tops of. only kind of concern with this one so far is just kind of the stem angled down a little bit. Might need to pull up on the mane a little bit. You expert growers, give me your opinion on that. Other than that though, I mean, you get back and she's pretty. And she is only DAP16 today, so she's looking really good. Before now, my personal best was 187 pounds last year with the one I grew across the yard. So she's obviously, hopefully anyway, gonna beat that one. So overall, I mean, just a real pretty fruit. Decent shape. Starting to get a little color to her, keeping her covered up. And I think that's about it.